Welcome back to my channel. I've been losing my voice. I haven't got those notes at the top there. Actually, how good would the Guardian look in this with this jacket? Oh. Hi. So today's video, as you would have seen from the title, is a get to know me question tag thing. I was like, what better way to start my channel, fourth video in, with first date questions. My last video was too long-winded. I tried to put too much information into the video with ingredients and all that kind of crap. So I apologize for the 0 people that watched it, and I hope it stays at 0. But one thing I took away from watching one of Tati's videos is that one of her regrets was deleting early content that she made. And I was like, you know what? I put the effort in, I filmed it, I edited it. So let's crack into it. All right, so what is your full name? Question 1. So my full name is Gregory Raymond Banks. What does your name mean? So there's 2 parts to this question. So the first would be, I guess, the inspiration for the name. So my grandfather on my mum's side is Greg. So my birth name is Gregory, but I go by Greg or Little Greg or Greg Jr. And my middle name is Raymond, which is my dad's dad. That's his first name. So that's where that came from. Obviously our family name is Banks. So I guess the other part of that answer is we currently use the Gregorian calendar invented by Pope Gregory XIII. I'm looking down here because I can't remember. So let me read to you the spiel. That might be better because I don't want to misconstrue any facts. This piece of hair just floating around from somewhere, probably my head. So 1582, when Pope Gregory introduced his Gregorian calendar, So my birthday falls on the 21st of March, and my mother had no idea that Pope Gregory invented the calendar, and it sort of ended up working around the 21st of March, which is my birthday. Had no idea. So that was a fun little fact that my nana found in the paper somewhere. She sort of linked it up. It's like, oh, look at that, wow. And what's interesting is Easter is the first full moon after my birthday every year. So as soon as it hits 21st of March, the first full moon after that. So I never forget when Easter is. Actually, that's a lie because I forget when my birthday is. I'll go through the day and be like, oh, what's the date? Oh, the 21st of March. Oh, it's my birthday. I'm not a big birthday person, so I don't really care. It's just another day of the year. It's not a religious thing. It's not a belief thing. It's just, meh. Are you named after anyone? I should read before I answer my own questions. Does your name make any interesting anagrams? Greg? Like backwards? G-R-E-G or G-E-R... or Reg? Like R-E-G-G? I haven't thought about this before. This is interesting. I'm bored of that question. I'm too stupid for that question. If you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? So I love my name. I'm a big believer in star signs and names and characteristics. You know when you see someone, you're like, oh, that's a Daniel, or that's a Rebecca, or that's a Lauren, or that's Tristan, or whatever it is. I think characteristics get attached to a name. And I don't think that when you're named, you draw those characteristics. I think we can draw parallels from anything. But when I see the characteristics on my name, friendly and, outgoing and bubbly and, caring and all those sort of things, I'm like, that's me. Like lots of other people like that aren't named Greg, but it's just funny that you draw parallels. So on that, I would love to be called Phoenix. I love the name Phoenix. That is just so unique. I love a unique name. I love my name as well. For that reason, you don't hear many Gregs. But yeah, Phoenix. That was a fucking long-winded answer. Where are you from? I'm originally from Perth in Western Australia, and I grew up in the bush. It was bush. We lived on 6 acres, dog, water tank, gas bottles. I'm sure anyone watching internationally will be like, what the fuck is that hillbilly damn fucking shindig get up you got going up in there? Exactly. We had dial-up internet, and we got this satellite on the house that we could get internet that was still dial-up. It was fucking ridiculous. I currently live now in Melbourne in Victoria, Australia, which I absolutely love. Where were you born? I was born in Green Mountain Hospital in WA. Where did you grow up? In the hills, Western Australia, in Mundero. It was actually Stoneville. It used to get called Stonerville. Who did you look up to growing up? I don't really look up to anyone. I love ambitious people. I think later on in life, one person I looked up to a lot was Jeffree Star, and I still do to this day. I absolutely adore Jeffree Star. I cannot wait for when he comes to Australia. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to meet him. I think someone who's just ambitious, who's not afraid to be themselves. I grew up very shy, very introverted. I was very self-conscious, very... I had a hard time being myself, you know, and I'd push myself and put myself out there, but then I'd be like, oh, I've gone too far, and put myself back in. And to a degree, I still do that, and that's something that I, you know, fight through, but I'm a totally different person as I was 12 months ago, let alone 12 years ago. So someone like Jeffree Star, he was just himself through and through, and still is. I look up to that, and I draw inspiration from that, and seeing someone get so much happiness through their success and through their development and through their drive and what they've achieved. Like, I just love it. Like, that series he did with Shane Dawson was amazing. This is like a job interview. It's not really a first date, you know? What's your best characteristics? Your butt. I should have put my water in here. I think my ability to laugh and have a good time, I think if I was any more relaxed, I'd be dead. So, and I mean that in a positive way. Like, it's just, I'm a roll with the punches kind of guy. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Just go with it. Just have a good time. Like, you know, whatever. So my ability just to power through whatever's thrown at me and continue to laugh and smile and be, you know, that friendly, outgoing, caring person. You know, I'm always someone that takes on emotions and trouble from other people because I can process it, or I feel like I can process it. So if I can take away problems from people and help them work through it, like, I get so much enjoyment from that, and training people and looking after people. I'm too young to be a life coach, but that's something that I would love to do, or mentor later on in life when I'm older or retired, or, you know, about to cark it. You know, pass on my wisdom. I'm always trying to develop people. What are your favourite things about yourself? I think tying into that characteristics there, I think physically my teeth are my favourite thing. Took a long time to get them to look like this. Which of your parents are you close to? I can't answer that. It's different. It depends. Mom. Which of your parents are you more alike? But as I've gotten older, I'm more like my dad. I physically look more like my mum because I'm really a lady. Are your grandparents still married? Yes. Yes, they are. Takes a sip of wine on my first date. Oh. I'm actually going to their 50th wedding anniversary in October. What relative was important to you growing up and why? We didn't have a big family, so when I hear relative, I think older than me, you know, like an aunt or an uncle. I don't have really any, or cousins. I don't know any of my cousins. I know there's some out there and I've met a few of them, but I'm not close. Our family is very small. It's, you know, really it's just my mother's grandparents. My mother's parents and my sister and my mum. But if there was anyone in my family who I was closest to, it's my sister. We are like this and have been since she was born, and always will be. We're going to Europe next year, and yeah, I want her to move to Melbourne. Move to Melbourne, Sophie, move to Melbourne. One thing you've never revealed to your parents? I don't know. What would your parents have named you if you were from the opposite gender? Well, Sophie. If that was the name they wanted, and her name was going to be Rose, so it could have been either Sophie or Rose if I was a girl first. It's just, yeah. What do you call your grandparents? Nana and Pa? What's your best physical feature? Oh. What is your biggest accomplishment? This one's probably a recent one. So when I moved to Melbourne, I moved over here to focus more on my business, and that's sort of gone by the wayside a little bit. Hence this YouTube channel is 12 months after I moved, well, a year and a half actually after I moved to Melbourne when I wanted it to start. I'll never forget the first day I was on the Sky Bus to our house, our rental house, and I got a notification from DHL to say that my liquid lipstick samples were here, and I've been waiting months for the final sample. Not months, actually, it wasn't that long. Back and forward, but so I was on the bus and I was driving to Melbourne, and I love Melbourne, like this is not the question, but I just love Melbourne. I feel at home here and I don't know what it is, like I cannot explain it. Pardon me. I just walk around and I just feel at home, like I feel like I should have always been here. I don't know if it's because I didn't grow up here. It probably would have been totally different. I had to grow up here. We always want what we can't have, and you know, when grass is always green on the other side. So it was just my journey in Melbourne so far, and to top that off with the answer to this question. So I started a job, I had an interview. As soon as I got to the house, I had a look at my liquid lipsticks. I swatched them, freaked out, realised I had about 15 minutes before I had to catch the bus, which I'd never caught before, but I'd planned out where I needed to go. Changed into an interview clothes, went to 5 interviews, got a job, started a couple of weeks later at a real estate agent. 3 months in, I got promoted to team leader. I look after a national team of about 13 people. And we had an end of financial year award night the other night, and I won National Support Team Member of the Year. And that to me, you know, look back from arriving on the Sky Bus and what I came to Melbourne to do to where I am now, and I'm loving what I'm doing, and I'm trying to put more into my business for you guys so I can make better products and, you know, more content and grow that. But on the other side, I've got this beautiful job and I work with beautiful people in a beautiful company, and I absolutely love it. All the hard work I put in paid off, and that's what I think I'm most proud of in myself. So that's my biggest accomplishment. What is your biggest fear? I think we all have lots of fears. I don't know if, I think your fear of losing your job and losing friends, or, you know, being alone forever is probably a fear I have at the moment, because I am going to be forever single. But my biggest fear is probably falling over and ruining my teeth. And that sounds really superficial, but they've given me a lot of confidence, and I feel like I'd be back at square one if this got ruined. That's a really lame. No, it's not lame. Own it, but it's very superficial, and I'm okay with that. A biggest regret, I don't live with regrets. Everything happens for a reason. What is your eye color? It's like it's like brown on the inside and green on the outside. It's like a mix. It's funny, I always wore green contacts in high school because I always wanted green eyes. I didn't always wear them, but I wore them for a bit then. I always wanted green eyes. And I feel like the more I think about it, the greener they're getting. Like I'm like, I want green eyes, I want green eyes. I don't want like, this piercing green eyes would be like, What inspires you? Back on that comment with Jeffree Stars as someone I look up to, what inspires me is people who are ambitious and have that drive. Like I'm a very, I'm a very ambitious person. So anyone who is ambitious, I can look up to. What is the most important thing in your life? I can't answer that. I don't know. I really don't. Actually, no. My happiness is probably the most important thing in my life, and I have made a lot of sacrifices over the last year moving to Melbourne. And it's, I guess that's a fear. There's a lot of anxiety moving to a different state. It's a different country or things. So that. And it sounds selfish, but at the end of the day, you've got to look after numero uno. No, number one. Because it's just, life's too short. So, yeah. What has required the most courage of you in your life so far? That'd be moving to Melbourne, by far. As exciting as it was, again, there's a lot of fear and anxiety and concern. And am I doing the right thing? Or, am I making the wrong decision? And takes a lot of courage to do that. Favorite actor? I don't know. I don't really watch movies. Like even TV shows, I don't really take names. I look at people and I go, damn, he's hot. Favorite actress would be Angelina Jolie. Favorite celebrity, Lana Del Rey. Oh. Next question is, who's your favorite musician? Okay. No. Favorite musician is Lana Del Rey. Favorite celebrity would be... Who's your favourite person in the world? my sister. What is your favourite childhood memory? I should have read these before and had some answers. F my life. Favourite colour would be emerald green. Favourite cultural activity? I like going for walks. That's pretty fun. Favourite drink? Okay. So in 3 different scenarios of my life, my favourite drink in life would be water. Hydration nation, people. Stay hydrated. If I was to go out and party, it'd be vodka soda, because it's hydration and soda without the carbs, because I'm a skinny model. But really, my favourite drink would have to be a red wine. My blood is made of red wine. I am a bloody bogan alcoholic at heart. Any Shiraz, Pinot, Tempranillo, any red wine, like cheap, cast, expensive, whatever it is, just give me a red wine. Yeah. Favourite fairy tale? Couldn't tell you a fairy tale. Don't know. 7 Dwarfs, something, I don't know. Favourite food? Sweet would be chocolate, I think. I just had the Cadbury CC chocolate today. It was so good. Savoury would probably be... probably a curry. Like Thai is a genre of food or a cuisine. Any curry. Like a green curry, a massaman, Penang, a red duck curry. Oh, I'm getting hungry, I'm sorry. Favourite holiday destination? As mentioned before, I'm going to Europe with my sister. I think that's going to be my favourite. I think I am drawn to that European culture. Anything, France. I would date. Thailand is probably my favourite destination. And rural Thailand. I'm not a big fan of the touristy, Western sort of cultural hotspots like Phuket. Like, I might as well just go out and down the street. Like, not interested. I don't want to get yelled at by bogans. Normally I'm the bogan yelling, so... But like Chiang Mai and Phi Phi and, you know, all the islands and things like that. It's just beautiful people, beautiful food, beautiful... like, themes? Serenity? Yeah. Favourite ice cream flavour? I actually don't eat dairy, even though I just mentioned that my favourite food is chocolate. It's a favourite. I don't eat it often, but I don't eat dairy. But there is a vegan little bakery, deli shop down the road from us, and I had a chocolate hazelnut ice cream, vegan ice cream. Oh, it was like Nutella, but better, like in a cone, like just thick, chocolatey, decadent. I need like a Masara, or what is that microphone thing that everyone's doing? Decadent. What is your favourite music genre? I can't answer that. When I'm angry, it's like punk, heavy. But when I'm angry, I also love to listen to Lana Del Rey, Marina and the Diamonds, anything kind of very whimsical, like jazz, love old Elvis, I love the 80s, like 90s pop. I love everything. Like, I love music in a French antique shop, listen to French music, or would have Lana Del Rey playing. I'm going to an R&B thing, going to be twerking and like getting white girl wasted. I'll go to Cherry Bar and listen to like punk rock with saxophones, jazz in the background, you know, and Fleetwood Mac. Like, I love music. Like, that's one of my big things. I can't sing, I don't play an instrument, and I think that's why I'm drawn to it, because I'm just this is like curiosity. I'm always listening to music. Favorite physical activity? Your favorite quote? Everything happens for a reason. Favorite snack? Probably chocolate, or like corn chips. Favourite song? I think my favourite song, like in general, is Ghost of You by My Chemical Romance. But at the moment, it's probably Rejecter by Nothing Nowhere. Favourite sport? Tennis. What is my favourite time of the day? Anytime I can eat. What is your favourite type of clothing? Anything that, you know, turns heads. What is your favourite way to pass time? Instagram. What is the name of your favourite restaurant? I don't have one. I don't know. Oh! Yes! So I got so excited the camera was like, no more. Lizzie, if you're watching this, Gyoza would probably be my favourite at the moment. Again, I haven't seen or done a lot in Melbourne, but Gyoza, and there's so many memories there. Oh, Lizzie. Favourite, what is your all-time favourite town or city and why? Is Melbourne. And again, I just fucking love Melbourne. Favourite candle scent? The Glass House, Tani. Where is your favourite place to take an out-of-town guest? My favourite place would be probably Fitzroy, around that in Melbourne. It's very Melbourne, you know, people come to Melbourne and there's a lot of characteristics that that are Melbourne, you know, the graffiti and the hipsters and the cafes and the op shops and all those sort of things. So I like taking people who come from another place to there, because that to me feels the most Melbourne as someone from the outside would see it. What was your favourite subject in high school? Probably geography, because Chris, if you're watching this, the shindigs that used to happen in that classroom, that would probably be my favourite. We need to speak to each other, girl. Least favourite subject in high school would probably be religion. So I was favourite TV. I'm so excited to answer this question already. What was your favourite TV show when you were a child? Sailor Moon. What do you love about your favourite TV show? I'm so glad you asked. I don't know. I think I wanted to be her, and I still want to be her. Even watching it now, I'm like, it's so dumb. Like, it's like a template, and they just change one evil character and a few words. I live for it. Are you scared of heights? No. Like, I wouldn't be like, I'm scared of heights. Like, if we walked upstairs or went on a thing, like, no, I'm not scared of heights. But if I was really high, then maybe. Are you high maintenance? No. I might look high maintenance. I love getting, you know, dressed up and going out and running around. But in terms of appearance, I'm high maintenance. Like, leaving the house is a bit of a production. I can't go out without putting some sunscreen on or some powder or concealer or covering pimples, and that's just, I like to look nice, and not that if you don't have that you don't look nice. And I think there's a lot of confidence and a push for natural beauty, and that's sort of what I want to get more into in this channel. But just enhancing what you have, I don't know why I feel good about doing that. I'm not going to make an excuse for it because I like it, but in a friendship, in a relationship, I am so chill. I'm a people pleaser. Like, I'll just do whatever. I think that's a problem. I don't have any strong gravitations to anything because, again, I can draw experiences, or I love to draw experiences from new things. I think I'm all about personal growth, and without getting too, like, I'm always trying to find a better me and improve on myself, and I'm never going to do that, or you're not going to do that if you're always doing what you want to do and what you're used to doing and what's in your comfort zone. You always have to push yourself, and that's what I strive myself to do. Like, I'm always like, I don't want to do that. Something will always happen. You'll have a story, it'll be a good movie, or you'll meet a new friend. The amount of friends I've met from just doing random things, or these stories and the experiences I've got from just doing random things, I'm like, why would I miss out on that? Again, life is short. Like, just do it. Are you more inclined to build your own empire or unleash the potential of others? Both. Again, obviously I'm working on my brand, and that's something that I want to do. But tailing into that, I want to create products that make people feel good, you know, and in line with that cosmetic, superficial category of what I do, and accessories and beauty and all that sort of stuff. I've got so many ideas that I just can't fund that I would love to do and develop. I just don't have the financial security to do them and the backing, but I want to do it all on my own. I want to build myself from the ground up. I don't want any support or any investors, or I want to build other brands up, and that's what I want this channel to be, is sort of highlight other indie brands, people that are developing like me, and really use a platform that I potentially may have one day, or would like to have, or like to work towards, to do things for other people and really work with other people. You know that movie, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the lady that invented the self-wringing mop. I cannot remember what it's called. I'll find it and put it down below. But I watched that movie with some friends, and everyone hated it. And I sat there on the edge of my seat, and I was like, this is so inspirational to me. Like, I got so much out of that movie. I'm getting so... I was like, her drive and passion, like... I was so engrossed in this movie, and at the end of it, she was, you know, helping entrepreneurs patent their products. So that's something that I would love to do in the future. That's like a really big ambition of mine. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? Again, it depends. Like, I don't like conflict, I won't chase it, but if there's a problem or something, I probably tend to put my head in the sand. But I'm also not afraid to confront it if the time's right. Again, everything happens for a reason, so I do tend to let a lot of things sort of pan out, they fizzle out, and that's it. It is what it is. But at the same time, you know, things don't sit with me, and I'm not afraid to to talk about them and confront them head on. So it's like, how's that for a fence-sitting answer? And the last question, and this is the best question to end it on, dog or cat person? That was a photo of my dog, Barney Banks. He is just the best. So thanks guys, thanks for listening. So that was part 1 of 6. I'll see you guys in the next video. I cannot wait. I don't know what the next video will be. I want to do... I know